Good morning. It is Saturday, and I am so excited that I am attending the Embrace conference from Organize 365. It's today and tomorrow, so I'll try and show you what I can, but obviously I'm going to respect privacy of the others on the Zoom meeting. It was going to be in-person conference. It's now virtual, like everything else in the world, but I just wanted to show you my box of goodies I got. So this box came earlier this week, and they tortured us by not letting us open it. But we got to open it yesterday, and our workbook is in there, and I haven't even looked through it much because I don't want to ruin any surprises. And then there's all these packages that we weren't allowed to open, and they're all labeled with a letter. So I'm really excited to see what these are. Envelope. Again, saying not to open. And then, where did the pen go? You know, I get so excited over nice pens. It's upside down. Organize 365. Branded pen. I love this. A grip. So, if you have seen my Sunday basket video, I did, it's been at least a year now, that is the company that developed the Sunday basket routine, and I am going to do an updated Sunday basket video as soon as I order the new Sunday basket that just came out. They just redesigned it, a little bit better construction, probably a lot better construction. So I will do that. Hopefully that will be up in July at some point. I just have to order that basket. So come with me as we go to the Embrace conference.
Be memorable. What is going to be memorable? When I look back on the last 30 years, and I look back 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, it is easier to look back and see whole decades of time versus just the last month, the last week, the next week. 10 years ago, my father passed away. It was a very hard time in our life. It was
Okay, well, day one is done, and I am tired, but it was great. It kind of started conceptual with talking about love languages and how we communicate and show love within our family and within our community, and it got down to more about how can we run our home better to allow us to have the life that we love and the life that we want to live. That's kind of how I took it. I've already done a lot of that work, so I've kind of realized that I'm moving from a learning phase of life to an implementation and teaching kind of phase of life. So I think I'm going to brainstorm some projects that I can do that will help other people, maybe you, learn how to do some of this stuff. Whether that's writing a book, having a webinar, I don't know what that looks like yet, but I'm excited to kind of flesh that out. And the main reason I joined Embrace, bought a ticket for Embrace, was because I'm really good usually at business goals, but personal goals I'm not that great at setting. So I do use Laura Casey's Power Sheets to goal set and visualize what I want our life to look like. So this will definitely give me some direction where I want to go with that. Here being it's June 27th, so we're halfway through the year almost, and it's time to do, the Power Sheets calls it a mid-year refresh or something like that. And I have been putting off that work until after this conference because I knew that this conference was going to give me some new ideas and some new direction. So let me show you what goodies we got in day one of our packages. We still have 2 packages to open tomorrow, but today the first thing we opened was what? I think it was this. Oh no, the first thing we opened was this blanket because we couldn't be in person to get a hug from Lisa, the founder of Organize 365. She sent us all a blanket so that we could give ourselves a nice warm hug from the blanket. The second goodie was a card, a handmade card from Lisa and her team, and she hand wrote every single one for all 150 attendees, and that was amazing. She said it'll never happen again, which is funny, but I'm so glad that she recognizes how much not only she impacts the people that she's teaching, but we also impact her and her business. So that was great. And then these paper and an envelope so that we can do the same and send a note to somebody else. I thought that was really nice. And then one of the packages was a funny little activity, which is too much to explain at this point, I believe. You know what? No, I will. So the paper has all these tasks on it, like 22 tasks. And the first task says, read everything before doing anything. And then the last one says, now that you have finished reading carefully, do only sentences 1 and 2. So read everything and put your name in the upper right hand corner of the paper. Okay, that's all. Of course, most people read every single little thing and start trying to do the things that it says to do. And of course that would take forever, and then you get to the bottom and you're like, well shit, why did I do all that when I should have just followed the directions and did the 1 or 2 important things that I had to do. So she compared that to life and all the things that we do in our house, in our life, in our job that really are unnecessary, but we do them because we feel like we need to do them. Nobody knows that we do them. Nobody cares whether we do them or not. Her point was there are lots of things that we do that we need to let go of and move on from. So that was a fun little activity. And then when we started talking about our home and how we would change our home or upgrade our home or change the decorations or whatever we need to do to make our home more useful for us, she sent some graph paper so that we can sketch out our rooms to scale, and then Post-its that can work like furniture. You can cut them or whatever to scale so that you can stick them on the drawing of your room and move things around and see how you can rearrange your room to work better for you. So I thought that was all very, very thoughtful gifts, and each one kind of moved the conversation forward, which was pretty cool. So tomorrow is the final day, day 2. We will continue with, I think, the same format of Lisa talking in the main group with all 150 or so people, and then we'll move into breakout groups with our smaller group. There was about 7 or 8 of us in a smaller group that we can kind of reflect and talk through things in each section. So that was pretty cool. So I will show you more of Embrace Conference tomorrow. It is day 2 of the Organize 365 Embrace Conference, and I had breakfast catered this morning. No, I went to Tim Hortons and got a breakfast sandwich for me. I got some donuts for the kiddos and the hubby. And I'm going to watch YouTube until 8:30. We got to sign in, and the conference starts at 9. So here we go. Let me show you really quick my note-taking setup for anytime I'm at a conference or workshop or anything like that. So I have 3 things here. Usually I only have 1 to 2, but for this one I have 3 things, and I'll tell you what each thing is. This is the workbook that came with the conference. I think I showed you that in the beginning, but the Embrace workbook. And in here I'm filling out, of course, the sections as we go through, but taking notes also of anything that Lisa says that kind of resonates with me, is in this book. So things specifically related to the conference material is in this book. Then I usually have a separate sheet of paper, or maybe like the first sheet of paper might be this, and I can go back and forth in a notebook. But I just have this little notebook that I always carry in my purse. And on here I make lists of to-dos. So anything that I want to research that comes up, excuse me, any books that they mention, I write down. So I've got the 2 books there actually. There's a new hashtag for the Sunday Basket Club that I wrote down so I can remember to put that on my social media. And then just anything that I want to research, or any thoughts, even unrelated thoughts that pop up. So like, for example, this quote I wrote down as something I want to remember to use maybe in social media. Let's see, make a virtual background with my logo. That wasn't conference related, but I did see that somebody else had one with their logo on it, so I thought that was a great idea. So I wrote that down. And then make a box of goodies to send to Nana. That really wasn't conference related, obviously, but the thought crossed my mind. So any to-dos or anything that I need to research, stuff like that, I make a list of, and then that way I can go through and check off as I do. Now the third thing that I have today that I don't normally have is, so I think I may have mentioned one of the reasons I wanted to go to this conference was to help with some personal goal setting, and to figure out what kind of things I can be working on. So it is June, end of June. July is right around the corner, and that's midway through the year. So for my power sheets that the system I use to track my goals throughout the year, we're doing a mid-year refresh. So I kind of, as I started thinking of some goals that I could work on, I started writing down the big overall themes, I guess. So body positivity, relationships and friendships, home, business, travel, society, and community. And then as things popped into my head that I could work on, or things that I want to focus on, I wrote them down under their category. So for home, I've got photo memories, travel memories, making it a safe place. I want to look into maybe doing the 100-day program with Organized 365, and then what skills for the kids they need to develop, especially over the summer. Like, I think they're going to learn how to do their own laundry this summer because I'm tired of doing it. For business, of course, it's always my goal to make a full-time income with my business, save $20,000 in my business, which feeds into this as well, because working my business full-time will be much easier with a safety net. And then give back to the community has always been something I've wanted to do that I have not started doing yet. And then looking into the possibility of maybe writing a book. So we'll see. For travel, monthly for work or biz, social, society, community, Black Lives Matter, racial justice. I didn't have anything written down for body positivity yet, but, or for friendships and relationships. So these are just some things to think about. Just because I wrote it down doesn't mean that it's going to be a goal. That's what the mid-year refresh is for, I think. Kind of fleshing out what is the most important things to start working on. And so yeah, that's how I organize my notes and such at a conference.
What'd you get? Show me. Show me what you got. After lunch, we are going to take a photo. So I'm going to take a screenshot of each of these screens because I have a puzzle for each year of Embrace, and I'm going to make a puzzle for this year too. So get your makeup on at lunchtime because we're going to take screenshots of all of you right after lunch.
Almost done with our lunch break for day 2, but I wanted to show you the rest of the goodies that we got. We opened all our surprises now. So one included a new product catalog, and she had gone through some of the new products coming, so I'm excited to look through that. There is a card about her new book coming out in August, which I have pre-purchased the Audible version of. There were just some little mints to have something fun, and I can't open them one hand, but the little mints are oh, I got it. Oh, the mints are little houses. How cute is that? And then she gave us a pop socket so that every time we look at this on our phone, it reminds us of any new habits that we're trying to build. She also gave us a notebook of branded note cards so we can drop our to-dos on. And then she gave us the copy of last year's 2019 Embrace workbook because it had some different themes and some different exercises and stuff in them. So I'm excited to go through that. That was all of our surprises, and we've got about 4 minutes until the afternoon session starts, and then I will check in with you after it's all done. Okay, we're all done. That was great. I put if you're personal friends with me on Facebook, I put up a little blurb about the conference and about Organize 365 in general. Asking everybody to drink the Kool-Aid with me, so hopefully it helps somebody. Hopefully it helps you if you feel like you're unorganized, you feel like your life is out of control, or you even just need, I don't know, some direction in how to be the CEO of your household and make sure that your kids are where they need to be on time, or if you just need to know that there's other people that are in the same boat as you. Check out Organize 365 in the Sunday Basket. That's where everybody gets started. If you can't spend the money on it, listen to the podcast. Organize 365 podcast is free. She also has a Sunday Basket a Sunday Basket podcast for free that walks you through everything. I started my own version of the Sunday Basket before I had the money to buy one. So it is possible to take baby steps. And now I have like 4 different color Sunday baskets. I just bought the new one, the new construction one, and I just bought a work box for my business. So baby steps, but you will eventually get to where you want to be with the program. So let me know if you attended Embrace in the comments below, what you got out of it, and let me know if you didn't attend, what you need help organizing. Maybe I can even help you with some ideas on that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.